go to Sultana. I'm so over Sultana right now. Hey, ho, hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Afternoon Express on a Wednesday. I'm Danilo Acquisto.
And I'm Bonnie Mbuli, and this is our resident chef extraordinaire, Clem.
How's everybody doing? Having a good day so far?
Yes, I'm having a good day. I'm excited about today's cook-along.
Okay, me too. What have we got in store for today, and what ingredients do we need to get ready? What is the plan, Clem?
Today's episode is a roast, actually.
It's a roast. So we're going to be like, yo, mama, so that type of roast.
That type of roast.
Ooh, damn,
I'd like that.
I'm terrible at these things. I lose everything. I was on a game show recently. I came last. I don't know how to be rude to people.
It's not that type of roast,
No,
guys.
really.
It's safe. It's okay. It's going to be a beautiful beef roast. We're making a picanha roast today. You know anything about picanha?
No.
What?
I'm going to school everybody about picanha and some little beef know-how as well. So for that, get your beautiful picanha roast ready. Get some extra virgin olive oil, some English mustard, salt and pepper. That's just for your beef.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to do a beautiful butternut mash today with butter, of course. Lots of butter,
Yummy.
some thyme and some garlic, and salt and pepper. That's everything you're going to need in the first pot.
Right.
But
Yeah, I think-
importantly,
yeah.
right now you should be running to your kitchen, preheat your oven to 220, super high, 220 degrees Celsius, and put a pot of water on the boil.
Honestly speaking, if you're as confused as I am and you need some help, our telephone number, our helpline, 083-913-3728. The best part of the cook-along is hearing from you. If you guys are getting stuck at any point along the way, give us a call on that number and we will answer all your questions live on the show. If you want to ask us anything from, obviously, Chef himself, he'll give you all those details on the show live on air.
Absolutely. And our keyword for today is roast. SMS that keyword to 33650. There you'll get the link to the recipe and the list of ingredients. No free SMSs apply. SMSs are charged at R1.50. And we'll be streaming live on YouTube, and apparently I'm told it might even be better quality than the actual
How cool
television.
is that? So if you really want to see how our wrinkles are starting to grow on the show, check it out on YouTube. By the way, also, if you guys want to win with Afternoon Express and our midweek cook-along, the best way to do that is to cook with us live on air. Take a photo of your final dish and post it on our Facebook page. There's a post there called our competition post. Go and check it out. You'll see it very easily. Post that photo on that post over there and you can win yourself a 1,000 Rand Woolies vouchers. It's simple as that. And also later on in the show, we'll be announcing last week's winners. If you entered last week and want to know if you've got a 1,000 Rand voucher coming your way, stay tuned to Afternoon Express.
Absolutely. And our guest today started his journey in the entertainment industry at the age of 8, alongside the late Joe Mafela in Skwatta. He went on to star in the very popular Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes and many other productions before turning his focus to music. In the early 2000s, along with a group of friends, he founded what has become one of South Africa's most iconic rap brands, Skwatta Camp. And it's Shugasmakx in the house today.
In this game, so shit must change. Step back or move forward and get rearranged. You had your chance, I think it's about time we flip the page. Skwatta Camp, main act, headliners on the world stage. Praise the chef, watch your back or fail. Sous un lourd, sexual, nous en soir.
Welcome to the loft.
Wow.
What's up? You know?
That was a classic. That track was a classic. It still takes me, still today.
No, that was a great song. So shout out to, of course, the guys, but shout out to the DJs. I think that have kept it alive all the way up until now, because like for them, it's 14 years old, and every Saturday or Friday, no matter where I am in this country, any club, any party, it always plays. So for me, that's like, that's crazy.
And I hope you're getting those royalties. I hope they're still...
No, we're still getting it.
Good.
I mean, but a 7-man group, you know.
You know what I love most about you?
Sharing is caring.
You're my kind of guy, because obviously with the entire group, I mean, I've heard this said before, like I've always referred to you as the nerd of the group, because you're always the businessman, you're always the guy making the money, you're always strategizing, thinking about new ways to do business, and I've become the nerd of the loft. The girls are such cool kids. They're such cool kids, and I'm like the nerd.
I think you and Slicker were probably the nerds of the group.
Yeah, I think, we were all nerdish in our own like different ways, But yeah, I guess we were pretty much the nerds, But like now, everyone, I think, sort of like found the nerd in them somewhere along the way, and so everyone is just focusing on everything that they're doing. But most importantly now, with the group, we're working on new music.
Yay! We get to see you guys reunited.
So soon and very soon, new Skwatta Camp music coming out. So look out for that, along with the Greatest Hits album, with all the classics that people love. Yeah.
And of course, we want to extend our condolences to you guys losing a member of the group.
Yeah.
What was that like? What were the conversations that were happening among you? Because it was quite under some...
Yeah. I mean, like, of course, losing Flavor was devastating. It was tragic, I mean, even how it happened and everything. So, of course, we were all like, it's crazy. And, like, to bring something like this up during the time of all this drama in this country, it's one of those love stories, But I mean, we were absolutely distraught. I mean, we were just like together like a couple of hours before that, Sure. So I mean, as a group, we fully miss him, but we still operate as if he's here. He's part of our conversation. We keep his memory alive in our music. We talk about him. So for us, it's always like Flavor forever, and we cannot neglect the fact that. Literally a lot of people that followed Skwatta Camp because of him, and his lyrics and his wit and his talent. So we have to do that for him, all the time and keep things moving.
How do you keep that alive? Like, how do you go about producing an album without such a key persona in there? How do you go about creating something new or keeping it the same? Do you try and reinvent, or do you try to keep it the same?
We just try to do what we've always done, which is like get in studio. But I think I think it's a case of we've never tried to force anything. So we don't try force
we need an
that
album to
energy,
come out.
or we needed somebody there, or so it's just to let the organic energy come through. But because we always acknowledge his presence, we'll go to his gravesite and be like, yo, we're about to do a show, so just before we do the show, come through, and then make sure that you do that. So he's constantly acknowledged within us. So I think we never feel the void, because somewhere within us, whenever we record, is there.
So that's an honor to know. Like, I don't know if anyone else would have gone to go do something like that. That's amazing that you guys keep him so alive.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And you've dabbled in various mediums in the industry. I mean, you started out acting in Shugasmakx when you were younger, and Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes. I don't know if anyone...
I remember that.
We had to say it like that. You had to say Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes.
Yeah. So I mean, Dynamite, that was like... I think people remember it because they repeated it over and over before SABC Encore. So I think with that, I mean, that was really great to be a part of that, and as a kid being on TV and getting to experience that for me was key. And working with great people, like you said, my first audition I ever went to was for Shugasmakx,
Wow.
and I got it.
And you nailed it.
Oh,
that is so adorable.
So that was my first audition.
Look at that pout.
Yeah.
Can you redo it again?
I invented the pout.
Can you do it again? Can you reenact it?
No, the pout.
Oh, it's gone. Shame. Street cred's now a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, that was my first audition, got it, and I realized later, and I think that's a problem, that I realized the impact that Ubab Joe had in my life, at a late stage, because not only did he, he was part of Penguin when I got casted there, but after that, he helped put me in another show. And even my involvement, Mutsamai, he helped me get there, because I was also part of the same production company. And then he put me in another show. Actually, the lead to Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes was through him.
Oh.
Actually, Neo Matsunyani was part of the cast of Mutsamai. After that, he called Pracho to say, I need someone to be on Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes. Pracho said, call this kid. And that's, so it's like he's given me 3, 4. My first roadshow experience, going to Pietermaritzburg in a crowd, stadium. They brought me along, and my parents were like, okay, go with Pracho, he'll take care of you. The first time I ate roti, I was with him. So I've got these memories, and it sucks that, unfortunately, when he was here, I never kept in contact as much, because I didn't acknowledge,
Realize,
realize that, oh damn, he's done so much for me, you know. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, he was a great man, and I think it's evident in the whole country, you know, mourned, and we'll always remember him and celebrate him. Yeah.
We're going to continue to celebrate you on the show today. It's how are your cooking skills, by the way? Are they anything?
Yeah, because you're a family man, a married man, so I hope you're
you
doing
know
a
what?
lot of cooking.
I cook for survival, as I call it. Yeah. I cooked just to keep my wife happy.
Okay.
Survival of my marriage. I cook for
That's a good reason.
We're going to continue this conversation around the stove, so you stay exactly where you are. The cook-along begins after these.
Make Mother's Day blissful. Lindor from Lind.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We've migrated to the kitchen to start our beautiful roast. Okay, so I'll let you take it away.
Cool, so we're going to start off by preparing our picanha roast. Some people call it a picanha. I like calling it a picanha roast. So what do you know about picanha roast?
I don't know anything about picanha. Do you know anything about picanha roast, Shugasmakx?
Hey, picanha.
Picanha.
No.
It's named after Kanye West. It is.
I just don't like the NYA at the end, but that's a story for another day.
I'm trying to figure that out, though. I'm trying to figure that out.
I can't say it on TV.
I'm just trying to figure
You've got a stick here.
Yes. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why I've got this. So I've turned this piece of meat over. I'll turn it upside down now because it actually shows you where this piece of meat comes from. So let's move to the side of it. I'm going to move to the side.
Can I tell you why this meat makes me nervous, this particular cut?
Why?
Because it reminds me of high school.
Right.
When they used to pick on you.
I'm actually going to give it to you. That was actually a good one. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm here all week. Thank you.
Okay. All right, cool. So can you guess where this piece of beef comes from?
No idea.
Over here.
All right, okay, cool.
I'll tell you exactly where it comes from.
You are a cheapskate.
Okay, so let's see.
I was almost right, right?
I'll even give you.
It comes from right here in this section.
But can you identify what piece of meat comes from this area? Like, what is the general cut?
I think I know. Is it the rump?
And how easy to remember that that's the rump? It's the rump of the animal, right?
Your rump.
So, I know that you were talking about sirloins earlier. Can you guess where your sirloin comes from?
Look, I don't like getting things wrong. So I'll
You
tell
Googled it.
No, I'll tell you that the fillet comes from here.
No.
Sorry.
Next. So, Bonnie, can you guess where the sirloin comes from?
Sirloin. I mean, is the word telling? Does the
I
word
think
give
I
a
know.
clue?
No.
Okay.
Okay, it's not. I've got one for you. I've got one for you.
Okay.
There.
No, so your sirloin actually comes from this area
Yes.
over here. Okay.
I see.
So it's delicious. Sirloin's amazing because it's got some fat and it's got a lot of meat in there. And your favorite cut, it would be a fillet sometimes, you know?
Yes.
And the fillet actually runs right through the middle over there. Guys, I'm keeping this guy around. It's gonna be school up in here every day.
So I'm told this is the most flavorful part.
Picanha's
true?
amazing, but picanha's got a beautiful fat cap that's on there.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of meat. So actually, if I open it up for you, I'm gonna show you. It's delicious. It's a cut that we don't normally. It's not very common in South Africa. It's new on shelves now. You can get it at Woolies. It is so good.
Yeah, G. Can wipe your hands.
There you go. This man, so nurturing, so
Good kitchen
nurturing.
hand.
You've become a good husband. Your wife has taught you well.
Yeah.
She's taught you well.
She's trained her dragon.
Guys,
huh?
I've learned how to wash my hands thanks to my primary school and my home and everything else. It's just a common thing. If you don't know how to wash your hands, please do it regularly
Before you touch your food.
Okay, so Swax, I'm gonna put you to work. So I've got some English mustard for you.
Okay.
And if you can pop that in your mixing bowl for me over there.
All of it.
All of it, a lot of it. And English mustard we don't normally use in the kitchen very often because it's so strong.
Yeah.
It is hot. It's a cool tip about this. The longer you cook mustard, it actually loses that intensity.
Oh, wow.
So you're not going to get that burn from this mustard.
So all of it?
All of it, and then I've got some salt and pepper for you.
What are you making there? What is he making exactly? What
He's
is this
going to
part?
make a marinade that we're going to coat over this picanha. And we're not actually going to seal the meat off in a pan like we normally do. We're actually going to sear it in the oven. That's why it's at 220 degrees. It is hot. So, cool tip. Let's see. Got some rosemary. Bon, will you chop some of the rosemary?
Absolutely.
Cool tip is to actually, got a knife, season the board underneath the meat. You don't keep on turning it over. So, you've got some
That's
salt
probably a
over
good
there.
idea.
Oh, another thing. Don't add pepper right now.
Oh.
Pepper's got oil in it. And it's such a hot oven, it's going to burn that oil. It's going to go so bitter.
Bitter.
Okay.
So,
okay.
can I pass you the pepper though? Oh, no, pepper afterwards.
And don't forget, if you guys have any questions at any point during the cook-along on the show, you're welcome to give us a call, 083-913-3728. We love chatting to you. The whole point of being live on SABC3, right? We want to interact with you. So if any questions or comments that you'd like to make or ask, you can call us immediately, 083-913-3728. Somebody is waiting to take your call.
So we're going to add some olive oil to our hot English mustard. God, that rosemary's looking amazing. You can add it straight into the mustard.
All of it?
Yeah.
Lots of oil?
Not too much, just to kind of bring it all together because there's a
Basically
lot of
to loosen
fat in
it up.
that fat cap.
All right,
So
sure.
there you go. You can start mixing that together.
Right,
with
no, man.
onions,
Was that
rosemary.
enough?
A little
I've got more in there.
little bit more,
I've got
come.
more in there.
Come. Don't be cheapskates. We're not on a diet here.
There we go.
There
Cool.
we go.
Brilliant, thank you, Bon. So you can give it a good mix and start basting your... Ooh, there goes my
There
lecturing
goes your
stick.
stick.
So you can start basting the meat with that. Dan,
Yes.
I'm going to put you to work now as well while we're busy doing that.
Cool.
So
What can
our
I do for
pot,
you?
it looks like it is boiling already.
It is already boiling, yes?
Let's see. So I've got some garlic for you. You can just pass it all the way down the line.
And what am I doing with it?
I want you to add it to the water, all of it. Quite different. We don't normally do this. We're going to season our water for the mash.
Oh, that's interesting.
I want to add some garlic flavor to our butternut mash, but you can't add it raw at the end. It's just going to be way too strong.
Okay.
So you're actually going to season your water as you would a stock.
Oh, wow.
And that's why we're going to add the
That's a
butternut.
good tip. That's a good tip.
You're going to add the
Noted.
butternut. It's going to get that nice garlicky flavor.
I'm so glad I didn't have to chop it this time, Clem. Thank you so much for that one. It's the worst thing in the world with that garlic fingers. You know that thing when you like eat your garlic on your fingers or you cut garlic and it's on your hands for literally about a week, even if you've washed them.
Did you not get the teaspoon I gave you?
I did get the teaspoon. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad. I'm saying thank you. It was a compliment. It was a nice thing. I know it's not used to coming out of my mouth nice things about you, Clem, but this
Dan,
was one of them.
You're a nice guy. You're a very nice guy. Cool. So we're going to ask again, pass this down to Dan. Butternut can go into
pour
the
that
water.
in there.
Lid goes back on. You want to keep all that steam inside the pot. I love how everybody's working right now.
Absolutely.
Because
We've got a
you've
nice
some
production
skills there.
line going.
So that meat is perfectly cooked. That's going to go into the piping hot oven.
Okay.
It's immediately going to start searing. The mustard turns into this beautiful crust.
Fast.
Super amazing crunchy crust. So when we carve it, you can have amazing flavors on there.
It's the first time I've done this particular marinade, but I think it works, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
Yeah.
cost effective.
What do you make at home? Like, what is your go-to at home with food-wise? Are you quite a dry, roasty kind of guy, or are you like a...
I'm more like a buy it, read the back, put it in the oven.
Lekker, my kind of
You know,
guy.
like, everything is ready made, and But I make a mean breakfast in bed. Like Mother's Day just passed.
Oh, did you spoil her?
Listen, my breakfast in bed was a solid 10. I put whoever's cooking at any restaurant is like borderline. I put you to shame.
What is it? What is it? We want to know. Is it like pancakes? Is it eggs?
It's the the trout.
Oh wow, trout salmon. Ooh.
You see. I don't need to tell you what else was in there. I don't need to tell you what else was in there.
Yeah, please don't tell us what else was in there. Please don't tell us.
Trout and I killed it.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this is gonna go to the oven.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna pop that in the oven. You can pass that to me.
Thank you.
And then we got the butternut again, so keep our eye on that. When we come back, we're gonna start on our veggie and pesto salad. Right. So get a griddle pan on. Get it ready for after the break.
This one must be on for after the break. And then what else? What else do we need?
So get your marrows, get your green beans out, get your spinach and your pesto, and some parmesan.
Great.
Yeah.
Enjoy the cook along with us on Afternoon Express. We'll see you after the break.
Sea Harvest. New look, same great taste.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. It's our midweek cook along. Shugasmakx is our guest today. Listen, you're performing later.
Yeah.
Give us a taste of what you've got for us.
All right, cool. Goes like, it's every day payday when I'm up in the J with 2 J's, pair J's and a bay that slay. I'm laid back, top down, like it's Central Pay with that Yves Saint Laurent and Bhutan today.
More of that will be coming up later on. More of that's coming up later on Afternoon Express. Let's get on with our cook along. Our ramp, what do you call it? A picanha is in the oven.
Yeah, these are for you. Okay. So let me pass it on to you. You're going to use these for me. I'm going to put you on the grill. You're going to be our grill master.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
So what I'm going to ask Dan, I'm going to put you on green beans. And Bon, I'm going to put you on the marrows. So Dan.
Cool. I love marrows.
I love marrows. So what you're going to see is I've actually left the top and tails on of the green beans for you. So I've got a cool trick of how to remove all the tails in one go without losing them. So line up all the tail ends all together.
Okay. Like this. All of the ones in like one batch.
Yeah, so all the top. So actually the woody part.
Yeah.
Like you see these little parts at the end.
Got the woody parts together. Don't worry, this one doesn't have a woody part, so it's all good.
So line them all up nicely.
Got them.
And then cool. So get about five in your hand.
Cool.
And then kind of just get all the use your knife to push it all together. Get a straight line. There we go. There we go. And then you hold your breath. And then you carefully just slice through. Try not to take too much of the green bean off.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that's
Cool.
it?
And just keep on going like that, okay?
I was waiting for a special
Yeah, that
trick.
was quite a trick.
I was like, yo, this is gonna be a hectic
Wow,
one, and then it was
that's-
just.
Okay.
I thought I'd seen that before somewhere.
This was a request from one of our viewers saying, do we have any tips on preparing green beans? So now you got that. Vaughn,
Yeah, no, you stretched that, so you milked that. But,
wait until you see how you prepare
what-
the marrow. Have a seat, okay? You got,
cool. How do I chop these?
so I want to actually cut 3 nice thick ribbons out of them.
Right.
So to do that, you always take the top off. The top is very
Absolutely.
woody.
We don't
This
like the
guy
top.
on top,
Isn't quite bitter?
you can eat it. It's very bitter and very, very woody. So you'll be chewing for days.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is I want to get 3 nice, I want to say 1/2 centimeter thick ribbons out of them.
Okay.
So you're gonna lay it flat in front of you. We can actually, yeah, sure. So you can go for it. Let's grab one.
So you want something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I
Dan,
love
you keep
to-
on going.
I love to make
I'm
pasta
just
out
cutting
of
the woody
these.
bits off, eh?
All the woody bits. I like the tails. Keep the little tiny pieces on them. That's fine. I don't mind that. Smacks, I promise you, the smoke is good. Clem,
Okay.
Now, Smacks, we've had a lot of talk about family, and you present, you host a show called The Perfect Proposal.
Yeah, my perfect proposal, yeah?
Yeah, tell us about your proposal. How perfect
Yeah.
was your proposal?
I nailed it.
Did you have
You nailed
breakfast in
it.
bed?
What did
I
you do?
nailed
What
it.
did you do?
No, that's
No breakfast in bed.
No breakfast in bed.
no. We never lived
Nothing
together.
in
then.
bed.
We
Oh,
do it
good,
the right
good,
way.
did the
What's
right
wrong with
thing.
you? Okay, all right. dirty. You know. So my proposal, how it went was, well, first and foremost, I had to first take care of African customs first, you know.
Okay.
So I couldn't just start with like bang a ring in the middle of nowhere, you know. So first on my wife's birthday, I went to her mother's house. I delivered the letter.
The letter. Was it handwritten?
It was handwritten.
Absolutely.
So I delivered the letter, and after that, she was actually just visiting over at my place.
No sleepovers.
Yeah,
no
no sleepovers, you know. So then I quickly, you know, dropped off the letter, dashed back. By the time I got home, my mom had told her what had happened, you know. So that was on her birthday, so it was like a little bit of a surprise. And then on the actual day that I actually gave her the ring, after all the lobola and everything was almost done, I went to the first place where I took her phone number, which was on a very easy place. It was at the rooftop of Sandton City Mall.
Oh, I thought you were
know?
going to say it was on a DM.
No.
I'm teasing.
Well, I took her phone number, rooftop of Sandton City, so that's where I went and made sure I give her the ring there. You know, I went down
Nice.
on one knee in the whole shebang,
The whole
and I
thing.
said, this is where we officially started engaging one another, so this is where I will engage you further.
For life.
And we hit it.
Man, I love that.
Yeah,
That's so
sweet.
cool.
Such a romantic.
I could have sent a WhatsApp, but hey.
Sorry, future wife, I've taken his idea. Done. Okay, Clem, my veggies
cool.
are done. What must I do?
You can pop your green beans on that board for me, please. And then, Bond, you can add your marrow as well. I want to season now because we've got a griddle pan that's already smoking. If we're going to add oil to the griddle pan, it's just going to cover the whole studio in smoke. We don't do that.
So, but is this like non-stick, ne?
It's non-stick. It's everything it's supposed to be. It's
Okay,
amazing.
okay.
And the smoke is good, I'm telling you. So, Bond, you can add your marrows.
To there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a drizzle of...
Yes, thanks.
I'm going to do a drizzle of olive oil. While I'm doing that, will you add some salt for me, please?
To these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't get it on your fancy outfit.
No, I'll do it quickly.
Cool. And then you can pass him on to Shugasmakx, and he's going to start putting it on the grill. Grill master, do your thing. So what you're going to do with the marrows is, as you put them down, if you got ends that have got the green skin on it, let that be facing up. So make sure everything is flesh side down.
Yeah, so the white stuff
yeah.
must go down on
Cool.
the heat.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I made it
Like
easy
that.
for you.
okay,
So
guys.
it's all you, that's you. So you're going to just, what we're going to do now, marrow is amazing, but it doesn't have a lot of flavor. If you
It's got
can
a lot of
char
moisture.
a lot of moisture, and a cool tip of that is you want to get that moisture out of it, salt it before the time, and let it just sit. All that excess moisture will
See,
come
it's already
out.
starting to, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see this, but over
It's
here,
going on.
you'll see that as the salt starts to melt there, it draws all the moisture out of the actual marrow itself.
Nice,
So it's got a
nice.
really cool, little I guess it's like the thing you learn in biology with like sucking the water out, with osmosis.
Yes.
Or something, I think that's what's happening.
Osmosis.
Is it?
Osmosis is drawing liquid between a membrane, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh gosh, please call me if you know the answer. 372.
Yeah, I'll call a friend on that.
Call a friend, yeah. But
I need you to call me. I don't have airtime. Sorry,
I'm gonna need to help me out here. So I need some Parmesan to be shaved. I like a lot with this dish. We're gonna make the dressing for our green vegetables, and it's a pesto dressing. So first thing into our bowl, we're gonna add pesto sauce. That's just gonna go in. I've got a lot of pepper with this one. This is the secret to this dressing. We're not adding any pepper to the vegetables over there, just salt. Over here, lots of black pepper. It just works so well with the veggies that we're using today.
It's also got all that sweetness. You want to kind of counteract that with something slightly a little bit,
Yeah, absolutely.
Peppery.
So can I start adding your pesto to it, Salon? I mean, your Parmesan.
My Parmesan.
But you can keep on grating. That's going to take the first slot. So the trick is...
Yeah, that's looking good, Sugar.
Okay.
You look like you're used to this stuff,
I just don't know when to turn it, but I'll keep strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing is, the trick is
Act
you
like you know.
don't want it to cook too soft. You want to keep a bit of that get those char lines on there.
Yeah.
But don't overcook it because then it's going to turn into be like a little floppy mess. You don't want that.
You don't want that, yeah.
So once you get that color on there, you get that over. Oh, Dad's being brave with his fingers.
Maybe a little bit
So
longer.
a little bit longer, ne?
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just get that nice golden color running through.
So,
There we go.
So, Smax, among your many talents, you're quite nimble on your feet, and you were in a season of Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you also say that it was one of the most difficult things you've ever had to do.
No, that you know what? I can do a couple of things, but I cannot
but not
dance.
that one.
I cannot dance, and they say you must try to find out. I mean, much respect to everybody that's been on that show and who succeeded and gone far. It is the hardest thing I've had to do.
It's mentally grueling. Huh?
Mentally grueling. The hours are crazy, you know, and people's competitive spirit in this dance world is insane. You know, like they want to kill each other. I don't know. Like, listen, that was one tough thing, and thanks, but no thanks. I will not do anything like that again. No dancing.
I'm with you.
I was happy on like Clash of the Choirs was a similar vibe. But like, I was happy to do that because I think I was
You're never
within
gonna
my
dance again.
music space. But yeah, I'm never going to dance
Guilty
again.
feet of rock.
Never gonna dance again.
Bonnie threw that in there.
Yeah,
She was there.
I like that. Yeah, so you and me can get along then, because also dancing, I've tried everything. I've been for lessons. I've been ridiculed by these girls in the loft today. I've done so much stuff to try and make my dancing right. It just ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, God. It was not one of the talents you gave me.
No. Dancing
Cool.
is...
Guys, so let's chat about the dressing quickly. The vegetables are looking amazing. What I've done is added some extra Parmesan to the bowl. All I have to do now is, I don't want to start tossing our spinach in it now. The spinach is quite thin, so it's going to end up wilting. What I do is kind of season the bowl right now. So all I'm going to do is just rotate this dressing around the bowl to make sure once we do add all our veggies, there's so much dressing on the side of the bowl that everything's going to get delicious cheese and pesto. It's going to be awesome. Cool.
Just add a little bit of Parmesan.
Go for it. Add more. I'm going to drop the spinach in. Don't toss it. Just leave it in there. We're going to use that in the end. So let's check where we are. Our beautiful picanhas in the oven.
You're right. But now I want to check. Like you said, I must leave the hard side up, right?
Now you can turn it over.
Can I turn it over now?
Now you can. Those are looking
'cause
amazing. So Smax, you're going to stay on the grill.
I'm
Our
on it.
butternut
I'm
looks
on it.
like it's almost done. I can tell by the steam that it should be done already. So
Okay.
when you come back, we're going to finish that off. And we're going to go check on our steak during the ad break. Smax is
But
on the
hold
grill.
hold on.
Steak's in the oven.
Why don't
Absolutely.
you do this thing? Like,
Okay.
I was told that like you must let the air out.
Okay.
No,
I want to
Is
keep
that-
it in. I want to keep that
While
heat
you
in.
while you
like that.
school us on that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Make Afternoon Express your destination for recipe inspiration. Find the ingredients and instructions to making these delicious meals, sides, and desserts on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za.
Express yourself.
back to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. If you've just joined us, it's our cook-along, and on the menu today is a picanha roast.
Picanha. And also on the menu is Mr. Shugasmakx.
Yo.
And obviously you guys can call into the show live 0839133728 with any questions or comments. How's your recipe going at home? If you're stuck along any of the different steps, make sure you give us a call live on the show. Clem will answer all of those.
I'm on the show, but I'm not on the menu, okay?
He's the chef. He's the chef that created the menu. All right.
What happened to all that extra cheese I had here? Did you get...
It's right there, don't worry about it. We're going to use that at the end. So our butternut's done. So Dan, if you can take that out of the pot so long. Smacks, you're doing such a good job. I'm going to leave you with that. And your green beans are going on now. So I'll leave you like.
The green beans are on. Our marrows are sweet. Sweet like a lemon, but they're marrows. Okay. Lemon marrows, bro.
Oh, lemon jury eating.
There we go. So beautiful. You can see that's super. Oh, look at that skill.
Yeah,
look
man.
At that.
Being you're an entrepreneur like myself, we're not learning how to balance.
We need to know how to do things properly. I support it.
There we go.
So, Smacks, how's your solo career going? How's it been treating you?
Yo, it's crazy. I thought about it the other day that like next year in 2018, I'm actually going for 10 years as a solo artist.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, wow, because like my first album dropped in 2008. So we had great success with songs like Munati So Misebenzi Yako, Calling Home. So very grateful for that. And then after that, did my second album, which had hit singles as well, with Take It Easy, Utando Novuyo with Ringo and so forth. So also very grateful and got nominations for everything except like Sama, Haters.
Yeah. We're still waiting.
I'm saying, but like now, just like preparing, for my next album. But most importantly, I'm excited about just where we're taking the label as Butterbing Entertainment, having discovered, the likes of Questa and Abu My Man, and also, putting to the forefront people like Monewa to step up to the scene. We got new acts that we're gonna bring out this year as Butterbing Entertainment. Whole rebranding going out, so just be tuned. And on Sunday we're gonna drop our first project, coming out now, a brand new song called Rise with myself, the Kings of the Weekend, and Kam Tetwa. It's gonna be crazy.
You need to go and spend some time with those boys, Harry Styles and Zayn Malik, because when they kind of break away from their group, like just now, I don't know what he's producing. Now that one's producing country music, the other one's producing some deep dark stuff. You managed to do solo career and your group.
Yeah. I mean, like with the group, I mean, Slicker went solo, I went solo, Flabber went solo, and won the summer.
What?
But like, so the group will always be there, we can't neglect the group because the group gave us everything we have. So I mean, we're about it. Yeah.
Right, let's mash up our butternut. Is that what we're doing next?
It is, and if you're wondering why we just had a beautiful conversation, I was actually involved a part of the recipe. We were busy steaming our butternut.
You see what I did there.
All that extra moisture that was in there was just evaporating while we were chatting, which is exactly what you do. You don't want any extra moisture in there.
Oh, really? I thought you would have wanted more moisture to make it more liquidy.
No, you know where that extra moisture is going to come from?
Where? Butter Bing.
Ah, yes. We're in the building.
So all those little white spots in there, you can see the little white spots on there. That's all that garlic is now beautifully soft and cooked. And if you kind of get a whiff of it,
more cheesy white spots on there. Can we add some parmesan to that?
Bunny, eh?
We can add parmesan.
Usually I'm full of cheese like this.
I add parmesan and truffle oil and truffle sauce to everything.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Also, you know what? For you, Born, Parmesan
you have to do
going.
It like Salt Bay.
You Parmesan Bay. Cool.
So can we simplify it? So basically, she's saying she adds, grated cheese and oil to everything. Is that's the simple part? No. Okay, so if you don't have Parmesan and truffle, whatever, you can just use grated cheese and oil.
Smacks can stay.
No, Bunny, I'm with you.
Listen, this is the entrepreneur speaking. This is the man who works in transport businesses and the music business and singing at the same time. He knows how to save money. I like you.
Transport businesses. What are you doing in transport businesses?
Listen, now that was a little venture. Naturally, as a group or as a solo artist and as a label, we travel a lot, So naturally, it was obvious that at some point, instead of hiring people's transport, let's use our own. Which I then also got people like Gallo and all the record companies to sort of like use at the same time.
Awesome.
And then after some time, then I left that.
Oh, okay, okay.
It wasn't.
It's hard work, eh?
I don't think it wasn't worth everything, but for some people it works and it's their thing, but maybe for me it just wasn't like my thing, you know? So I had to move on to another thing.
Like rhyming with trucks and I don't know.
we
I
go.
think of something else.
What rhymes with
Okay,
truck?
awesome.
I don't know. Cluck.
We
Cluck
do have
like a chicken.
caller on the line. We do have a caller on the line. Hello, Penny. Penny's from J-Bay. Hi, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hello there, it's Penny speaking from Jeffreys Bay. I've just got a message for Danilo.
Yes.
Yes, he was complaining about the garlic smell and stuff on his hands after he's worked with it, and I wanted to suggest to him to keep a nice smelly tube of toothpaste in his kitchen. And when he's worked with onions and garlics and gingers like that, then he must wash his hands with the toothpaste. It works great.
Oh my word, what great advice. I never even knew that was a thing.
Thank you
With
so much,
toothpaste,
Penny.
yeah.
That's a great tip. I'm also going to use
Penny,
it.
before I let you go, must it be whitening toothpaste? Must it be the all-in-one action?
No whitening toothpaste. Just something herbal and minty will work very nicely.
Lovely. Thanks for the tip,
Wow,
Penny. I
thank you.
appreciate
And
it.
it doesn't have to be an expensive toothpaste.
Lovely. That's such great advice. I'm going to go purchase my toothpaste right after this.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Penny.
We'll keep it in the back for you.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
wow. Cool. So I've added some salt and pepper and the butter to the butternut, and I've stirred it through. So what the butter actually does is, besides add like beautiful richness to it, it also helps soften the butternut, help everything just mash together beautifully. So I've got that first part in. There's like 3 stages of butter in this one, okay? First part of butter
Is
in.
there a reason behind doing it, not just doing it all together?
Yeah, because I want to loosen it up first, and you'll see in the end why as well. At this stage, I'm not trying to incorporate too much of the butter into the mash. It creates these beautiful ribbons of butter through the mash as you dish. Wow. You know what I mean? Okay.
Oh, we like ribbons on the show.
Yeah.
Everything with a ribbon
Ribbons
on top.
of butter.
Ribbons of marrow. Absolutely. So cool. Let me
Ribbons
just.
of sugar.
Smack.
Yeah. I was gonna grab a spatula underneath you.
You missed one.
No. I didn't want to.
Oh, you missed
Now
one.
we have to add more butter.
No,
Cool.
please don't add more butter.
Okay, so you see, there's a little bit of butter that's still in there, that hasn't melted through yet. That's because we want that to be there. So we're gonna
What are you
serve this
trying
in
to
this
do?
beautiful bowl, and as it's busy steaming, the butter's gonna melt. Smax, you're
Smax is being a naughty child.
Can
They're trying to toss the
I
salad.
toss this thing?
No.
You can tell. So let's pop it over here. Let's pop it over here.
okay.
It's time to mash.
All right.
I'm also so excited to see the roast. I actually just can't wait.
Yeah, and you also got his name wrong. Shame. It's Shugasmakx, not Sugar Smash. You're full of jokes today.
Danny.
All right.
Do it again, Danny.
Okay, so I must say these veggies are looking insane. They are so roasted, so charred, which is exactly what we want. We've got the pesto, which is nice and herby and fruit, like very fruity actually. And that's gonna cut through the salad. And then we've got this rich, buttery butternut mash. And we've got our steak in the oven that's gonna come out now, so it's gonna start resting. So at home, you should have your Woolies gravy ready. So pop that in the microwave now. So when we come back, we're gonna plate this bad boy out.
Lovely.
Absolutely, can't wait.
And if you guys missed any of the steps along the way on how to make our delicious recipe on the show today, and you've maybe just tuned into the show, here's a quick recap on how to put this all together.
so much fun cooking with Shugasmakx today, but he mustn't think we wouldn't invite him all the way here without giving us a performance. So here he is with Anything. Take it away.
Thank you.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
No, we don't worry about that. No, we don't worry about that.
Not at all.
No, we don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't really worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't really worry about that.
It's everyday payday when I'm up in the J with 2 J's, pair J's, and a bay that slays. I'm laid back, top down like a Central Pay with that Yves Saint Laurent and Bhutan today. Ayy, I was shooting her next. Good times to the right, Ticolota to the left. Nice life problems, where to, where next? Grubo Usa, is in Japus. And as for no was triple story premium your bag and la pants. No under 18 on the rims, diamonds on the rims, and then pillow look good in Burberry sunglasses.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
No, we don't worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't worry about that.
Not at all.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't really worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't really worry about that.
This that real good, that real hood, that took shine and mine, more papa type. Ayy, more busy just ugile pandak nyakela bayo lala bazwi. Johnny Tech no chuluga wa, more indwang ya pepuga ah. Yeah, and I feel good daga baba, like it when you smoke fish on Sunday morning daga baba. And abandona ba shop yo, kumi champagne's cool. If the life you want, don't wait until tomorrow. Whoa,
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
No, we don't worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't worry about that.
Away.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't really worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't really worry about that.
Not at all. I will. Alright. We nice. Alright. We can do it. All night. Alright. Alright. We nice. Alright. We nice. Alright. We nice. All night. Alright. Alright. And they go a little like
We don't worry about anything.
anything.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
No, we don't worry about that.
About that.
No, we don't worry about that.
Hey yo, we don't worry about anything. We don't worry about anything. No, we don't really about that. We never really about that.
We don't worry about anything.
Anything.
We don't worry about anything. No, we don't.
Thank you.
Worry about. After the break, we're going to check out that roast as it comes out the oven. Are you excited?
I'm all over that roast, baby. All over it.
See you after this.
Express yourself.
Get a taste of the smooth life and you could win big when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, a weekly giveaway of an experience with a Tropica Island of Treasure contestant, Sunglass Hut vouchers, Daniel Klein watches, or LG home appliances. You could also win the grand prize of a brand new Kia Sportage. T's and C's apply on tropica.co.za. There's nothing smoother than winning with Tropica. Don't forget to watch Tropica Island of Treasure Seychelles every Monday at 7:30 on SABC3.
Well, welcome back to Afternoon Express. It's our favorite day of the week. It's our midweek cook-along, and we've kind of sent Bonnie and our guest Shugasmakx back to the table to get ready to serve them this delicious dish so we can kind of give you the sneaky details on how to make the perfect gravy. Because earlier on we told us you guys could put it in the microwave and do that, but there's so much of a better way to get all those flavors out of that delicious gravy. And while you guys are finishing off your gravy at home, if you are not currently, if you are currently on a mobile device, go into our Twitter page, Afternoon Chat. We're running a poll there just to ask you where you think the picanha is from. We're now to the beginning of the show, so it'll show how sort of clever you guys are and how attentive you've been in the beginning of the show. Point out where the picanha is, and you could obviously enter that result. I'll announce those results later. That made no sense at the end, but you get where I'm going.
But just do it. Don't get behind on that one. Okay.
Good clue. Thanks, Clem. Let's move on.
Your jokes have been amazing today, I must just say. So what I got is a great way to prepare. We're using a ready-made gravy, but an amazing way to add flavor while you're heating it up is to actually take this dish that we roasted up picanha on, turn it on a low heat. There we go. There we go. Straight. Just there. Okay, you don't want to make it too hard. Straight into a flame, and then I've got some of the gravy in here. Just gonna pour it on there. So what's gonna happen now? It's gonna start bubbling and heating through, and we're gonna keep on deglazing. So grab a silicone spatula. Get your oven glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like me to grab one. I was like, where?
So quick, so quick. Get an oven glove because this tray is still very hot, and it's only gonna get hotter while it's on there. And just keep on moving things around. And you can see the more I move it, you can see
the more it
bits of
takes
that.
the bottoms off.
Yeah, and you want that. That's full of flavor. That's that mustard, that's that olive oil, and the flavors of the meat that have actually concentrated already.
Oh,
Just
delicious.
keep on mixing.
What was if perhaps you got too much of the burn on? Can you scrape some of the burn off beforehand and then sort of do this again?
You can, because yes, there's a chance that you could have a lot of burn because it's very, very
This is the
hot
perfect
oven.
amount, though.
This is the perfect amount, yeah. So take that off, but also don't be scared just because it's really dark. Remember, there's a lot of sugar in mustard as well, so it will caramelize, but it's still going to give you good flavor. So keep on mixing, keep on picking up all those bits at the bottom of your tray. You can actually open this bag for me and just pour some of that in, not too much.
Not too much, just
Not
say
too
when.
much, because I'm clumsy. You don't know that about me.
Say when.
Perfect, cool. So it's going to keep on heating through, keep on lifting up all the stuff at the bottom. That's called deglazing. You could do this with stock.
Ooh.
You could do this with a little bit of wine even.
But stock would take much longer because obviously you've got to leave it on to get rid of all of that liquid. This is a nice way because it's already kind of thick. It's not emulsified. What's the word?
Well, it's already a gravy, so you got everything happening there. Stock is a good way to get extra flavor by lifting up all the stuff at the bottom, but you're going to end up having a thinner gravy. If you're okay with that.
Love it.
Are you?
I'm always the thinner the better. You know, on this show, we always the thinner the better.
Oh.
That's what the girls taught me. I don't know if that's a thing for guys too, or for food.
Okay, cool. So, Dan, if you can there's a big white jug on the end there.
Sure.
And you can just clear this board for me because the tray is really, really hot.
No worries. You can put that down here. I'll look after that.
So I'm going to carefully pop this into the jug. And then I want you to have a look at our beautiful picanha roast. I want you to look at the roast. Don't look at me. Look at the roast. In case
I'm looking at the roast.
In case I get gravy everywhere.
No, it's fine. You can make a mess.
I won't. So the most important thing is that you let your picanha rest for, let's say it was in the oven for about 40 minutes.
Cool.
You want to rest it for about 10 minutes before you slice into it.
All right.
It's a nice big piece of meat, so resting is very important. If you cut it now, all those juices are going to come out, which you don't want to happen.
All right, so we've been letting it rest for about 8 minutes. We're going to give it another minute or two while we get ready for all of this gravy to end up in the bowl. So over to you, Bonnie and Shugasmakx.
Wow, so what do you think so far?
Look, man, this salad I made looks amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Be sure to Instagram it.
Yeah. I'm a foodie. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So what can we expect from you going forward?
Yo, going
What's
forward.
on the horizon?
Going forward is literally like I said. I think on this coming Sunday we're about to drop a song.
Yeah.
Like I said, with Kayam Tetwa, Kings of the Weekend, Spectacular Knaves, and myself, which I'm personally so proud of, you know, and I'm literally putting my whole weight behind this new song. It's called Rise, you know, so I want everybody, you know, 12 p.m. Sunday, you know, go to my Instagram, Twitter accounts and everything, all those, and make sure that you get the download link. You know, I'll send it straight to Slick on Live, so we're gonna start off for free for everybody.
Awesome.
You know, and then in the week to follow, then it'll be on all the iTunes and
You must be really proud of the work that Slicker's doing to put music on the map, South African.
I mean, I mean, we got no option but to be proud, and I'm glad that the website is doing so well. But I'm also glad that so many of hip hop artists, up and coming, established, new school, old school, embrace the website, to basically make sure that the culture is always celebrated.
And while you guys are busy checking out all those details on the websites and stuff, don't forget that if you've cooked along with us, you can snap a picture of your final dish and enter our cook along competition to stand a chance of winning a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher. Simply find your post on Facebook and enter there. Find our post on Facebook and enter there. We do also have the winner from last week's competition winning themselves a 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher. And last week's cook along winner is Jasmika. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. Versami from Durban. Congratulations. You get yourself that 1,000 Rand Woolies voucher.
Yeah, and just going to take this opportunity to remind you of the keyword. The keyword for this recipe is roast. SMS the keyword to 33650 for the recipe and the ingredients. No free SMSs apply. SMSs are R1.50.
Oh wow, that is good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I gotta take off my
I hope you made a mistake by giving me one piece because you're not going to get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. All those flavors there are smelling and tasting so good. Hope you guys' recipe at home tastes just as good. That wraps up our Wednesday. Can you believe it?
Hold on. I'm so excited to be here right now. I've known Bonnie my whole life. That's the part no one knows. I've known her since I was in grade 0 or something.
Wow.
And now I get to say bye while I eat.
Bye while he eats.
Bye.
Take a bite.
Bye. Okay.
Sorry, darling.
Coming up tomorrow on Afternoon Express, we sit down with fashion maven Gavin Mikey Collins, who along with his peers are challenging gender stereotypes with their fashion protests, which have taken up the name #FemInPublic. Plus, ethical fashion label The Joinery show us some of their sustainable designs. Celebrate diversity with Afternoon Express tomorrow, live at 4 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Nada. Feel Good production.